Hello and welcome to SVD Mission Web TV. I am Eunice Sabai Nadola and you are watching the September 2025 edition of our Global Mission Update. In this episode, we take you across continents as the Society of the Divine Word concludes its 150th Jubilee with celebration of gratitude, faith, and renewed missionary spirit. From Rome to Vietnam, Indonesia to Kenya, Madagascar to Brazil, Ecuador, Colombia, and Poland, our communities came together in prayer, Eucharist, cultural expression, and commitment to mission. Let's begin our first story from Rome, where the Generalate hosted the closing of the Jubilee year. In Rome, the Society of the Divine Word has officially closed its 150th Jubilee with days of celebration marked by memory, thanksgiving, intercultural fraternity, and renewed commitment to mission. On September 7th, at the Collegio Verbo Divino, a mission display was inaugurated, tracing the journey of the SVD from its humble beginnings to its worldwide presence. Superior General Father Anselmo Ribeiro blessed the exhibit, calling it a bridge across generations. The following day, oak samplings were planted in the Collegio Gardens to mark ecological convention and the 10th anniversary of Laudato Si. Former Superior General Father Antonio Pena blessed the soil and the first trees. The Jubilee climaxed with a Eucharistic celebration at San Benedetto Parish, presided over by Cardinal Angel Fernandez Atime, followed by cultural celebrations. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle also presented the Mission Conference book, reminding missionaries that faith is often received from the poor. The Society of the Divine Word SVD of Vietnam concluded its 150th Jubilee year with a vibrant celebration of faith and gratitude. The evening featured a musical prayer service, 150 years, an ever-echoing song of thanksgiving, bringing together over 300 lay people, seminarians, and religious in history, music, dance, and prayer. The next morning, the community inaugurated a new pastoral house and blessed statues of Our Lady of Missions and Saint Arnold Johnson. A solemn Eucharist for the Nativity of Mary, presided by Bishop Joseph of Nha Trang with 2,000 faithful, crowned the Jubilee. Marked its 150th Jubilee with joyful celebrations in Ruteng and Labuan Bajo, Manjara, Flores. In Ruteng, the climax came on September 8th with a Thanksgiving Mass at the Provincialate, presided over by Father Sebastian Hobahana, SVD, and enriched by cultural dances, songs, and exhibitions, recalling the long journey of the missionaries. In Labuan Bajo, from August 19 to 23rd, Bishop Maximus Regus led the Jubilee Mass, inviting the faithful to follow the simple and steadfast example of Saint Arnold Johnson. Both events highlighted the SVD's enduring contributions to faith, education, culture, and social life, and renewed its mission to witness to the light from everywhere for everyone. In Kenyan province, the Society of the Divine Word marked two milestones: 150 years since its foundation and 25 years of mission in Tanzania. The celebration's highlight was a solemn mass at the Joseph Frein de Mentz Philosophy House in Injiro, Arusha, presided over by retired Archbishop Josephat Louis Lebulu, who first invited the SVD to Arusha in 2000. Lay partners and parish pastoral council members from SVD parishes joined conference in a joyful witness of faith and collaboration. The event honored the enduring legacy of St. Joseph Frein-de-Metz and renewed the SVD's missionary commitment to serve God's people in East Africa. Mananjari, Madagascar, the birthplace of the Divine Word Missionaries, became a center of thanksgiving as the SVD concluded its 150th Jubilee. The celebration reached its peak on September 7, 2025, with the priestly ordination of Father Joseph Herijue Tovonoeli, SVD. Days of fraternity, prayer, and Triduum liturgies prepare the community for this historic moment. Apostolic Nuncio, Archbishop Thomas Greiser, joined the celebration affirming the missionary journey of the SVD in Madagascar. The reception of 5 new postulants and the witness of new vocations added joy and hope. The Jubilee radiated gratitude, renewal, and a renewed commitment to future mission. In Brazil, the Divine Word Missionaries celebrated 2 historic milestones with a Thanksgiving Mass on September 8th at the Divine Holy Spirit community in Tirol, Santa Leopoldina, Espírito Santo. The celebration marked 150 years of the congregation's foundation and 130 years of XVD's presence in Brazil, which began in 1895 in Tirol, and Fathers Francisco Tolinga and Francisco Doud. Presided over by Father Leonardo Gadi, SVD, together with 3 provincials and 170 missionaries from 27 nations, the Mass brought together around 2,000 faithful. It was a day of faith, gratitude, communion, and heartfelt hospitality from the local community. In Ecuador, the Society of the Divine Word brought its 150th Jubilee celebrations to a joyful close. The Jubilee logo encandled traveled across parishes, welcomed with processions, Eucharistic celebrations, and vibrant community gatherings. At the provincial level, lay partners, youth, collaborators, missionary families, and alumni joined together in thanksgiving. The celebration culminated on September 19th at the National Shrine of Our Lady of Quench, where Bishop Juan Bautista de Oliveira, SVD, presided over the solemn Eucharist. The Jubilee also marked the expansion of the Arnoldo project, bringing hope through health services, addiction prevention, and family support in northern Ecuador. The province of Colombia gave thanks to God for the blessings of celebrating together with the ecclesial community, significant moments of gratitude and faith, the annual retreat in honor of life, the closing of the 150th anniversary of the Society of the Divine Word, and the perpetual vows of Brother Andres Pico. These events took place in Montera, Córdoba, Colombia, from August 4th to 8th, 2025, filling the community with joy and hope in the mission that unites them. The province prays that God may continue to guide their steps and strengthen them in His infinite love. In Pianicino, Poland, the Society of the Divine Word marked its 150th Jubilee with 2 days of prayer, culture, and thanksgiving on September 7 to 8, 2025. Festivities began with Mass led by Bishop Jacek Gizeski, followed by music from African students, international food stalls, cultural performances, and the reunion concert of Querido Mateas. The climax came with a solemn Eucharist presided over by Cardinal Ladislav Nemeth, SVD, joined by bishops and missionaries. In his homily, the Cardinal urged the faithful to read the signs of the times, build bridges, and bring hope. The event showcased the SVD's enduring missionary spirit in Poland. In Portugal, the 150th Jubilee of the Society of the Divine Word was marked with joy and gratitude in both Guimarães and Lisbon. In Guimarães, the 3 SVD communities gathered with lay partners for a procession, Eucharistic celebration led by Father Fabio Kofi, and testimonies from priests and lay people. followed by a festive lunch. In Lisbon, the community closed the Jubilee with 24 hours of Eucharistic adoration, a solemn Mass on the congregation's foundation day, and a celebratory dinner. Friends, parishioners, and benefactors joined both events, expressing thanksgiving for the past and renewed commitment to the mission today. Thanks for watching the news. See you next month. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.